All right, so I want to do a video on Pedro Espinoza, and one of the things about Pedro Espinoza that I noticed, he isn't racist. Pedro Espinoza doesn't hate black people. He isn't a racist person. Matter of fact, he had a black woman that liked him a lot. That when he was in jail, she kept writing him, and she wanted to be friends with him. She thought he was cool, like he was a good-looking guy. Like a lot of women think Pedro Espinoza is really attractive, right? So the whole thing about his case that really struck me as strange was it was based off a testimony. Like they're saying, basically according to the government, according to the court system, they're claiming that his cousin or whatever, or somebody, allegedly his cousin, somebody related to him or somebody he knew, gave testimony that he said he had done, that he said he had killed somebody, but Pedro said he didn't do it. He didn't do that to Jamil Shaw. And I know Jamil Shaw's father loves Jamil, the military, the dude in the army. That's his son. He loves his son, and so it's only right for him to be angry and to be upset and to feel like Pedro had taken that away from him, his son away from him. But I look at it like Pedro was convicted on testimony, and they're saying like Pedro said he didn't do it, but they're saying he was bragging that somebody had said that's how they got him convicted, that he was bragging that he had did it. West Side 18 in the 20s have had no good standing since the 1990s. If a Rolling 20s had an opportunity to have done that to anybody, to done that to Pedro, they would have did that to him. So it's not a situation where it's like the media made it into a thing like he didn't like black people and he did a killing because he hated black people, or he was racist, or he was an immigrant. They tried to make it into an immigration thing, like he's Mexican, he grew up in Mexico. I think he moved to this, he came into California when he was about 12 years old. And Pedro isn't, like, my feeling, what I've gotten from him over the years, he isn't somebody who just dislikes black people. Matter of fact, if you go look, like, if you go on YouTube and you listen to some of the rappers from 18, and you like Bino Loco, if you go and you look at Bino Loco's photographs and stuff on the internet, you can notice even Bino Loco hangs around a lot of black people. On Smiley Drive, you can see black people with Bino around 18th Street. So there's no reason for Pedro, from what I feel, to have felt that he needed to harm a black person. That's not what happened. And I'm not sure, I don't really believe that he did I'm not convinced that he did this killing. What I'm coming from is the fact that they turned this into an immigration case. The fact that they turned it into a case of being about a Mexican that wanted to kill a black person. That's what made him get the death penalty. Had it been like somebody from the Harlem 30s or something, or it had been somebody from some other neighborhood, and it would have just been maybe like 15 years or life or whatever. They turned it into a death row case based on the fact that it was supposed to be a racist type thing. So, and I'm not God. I don't know if he did it or not. I can't say I wasn't there. I don't know if he did that or not. But what I'm saying is he said he didn't do it, and why they gave him the death penalty and made it look like it was a racial immigration case, they didn't present it how it was. Like when you look at the pictures of Jamil Shaw, there's pictures of him claiming to be from the 20s, from that neighborhood, and there's pictures of him having, a red bandana and all that stuff. And I'm not glorifying his death and are glorifying Pedro Espinoza being in jail. Like I'm not glorifying any, like I wish nobody went to jail. I wish nobody died. What I'm just saying that the circumstance around it wasn't how the media, I felt like how the media portrayed it and how it really was is two different things, and so I don't think, like, don't think it's a thing to where I think they gave him the death penalty. I think it was like a dramatized thing. It turned into a thing about immigration where people started saying like all the Mexicans want to kill black people, and you know he's an illegal immigrant, he's ignorant and whatever. And he's not stupid. Pedro Espinoza isn't stupid, and so you know that whole thing. I don't think they should have gave him I don't think he should be on death row, you know. And I know Jamil Shaw's father, I'm sure, is deeply hurt by that, and you know that's something he can never get back. But I just think the way the case went, you know, it was just something about it, you know what I mean, and the fact that so many people sat there and watched the trial and it was all over the news. It was like a sensationalized type trial, you know.